Alright, so now I just have to start combining some of these UV sets into one another. And I'm going to leave my cement low res alone. So my cement low res, trust me when I say this, I got lucky on the UVs, and UVs are kind of hard with triangulated data, there's no doubt about it. Sometimes Blender fails to like unwrap it correctly. Mesh, show, hidden. There we go. So I got this. I'm just going to work around this idea right here. This does take up a lot of room as far as my UVs go. I'm just going to scale it just a little bit so it's not touching the outside wall. And then I'm going to get all my other things to kind of be up here in this region and then join them all into one object. Okay, that means I have to duplicate this little guy around, screws low res. And I need my high res screws in order to do that. Okay, I don't need my low res showing, I just need this stuff. My rebar high res is gone. What else is out here? Okay, so this guy right here needs to be part of a different ship. L mesh vertices separate by selection. Now that one's all by himself. He belongs into rebar high. So I go like that. Go like that. Join. So now these are rebar high. Good. All my rebar high res. I'm just going to duplicate this over again. Shift D, duplicate it, move it. Shift D, duplicate it, move it. And I'm lining these up with the center of these items. I'm not really placing it all that neat in here, just as long as they're in the center. Okay, so now I got 4 of those, and I'm going to take those and join those together. Those still remain low res. My rebar is also low res, so I can go over here and join this and this together. Get rid of my high res. My steel plate I'm not really worried about. These things I am. So these have UVs. They're already laid out. I'm just going to go to average island scale, UVs, pack islands. And you can see what happened. Yep. So G on the keyboard to move those up. Then I can go in here and shift highlight my box. Object join. Now I have all this stuff joined and it's all showing. And I just have to get it to pack the island. Just like that. Now some of this stuff doesn't need to be this big, okay? Really. And I would highly guess that if I just did this with these parts, they would have a much better cut. Now the problem is, I think what's going to happen is if I hit A, U, unwrap, oh sweet, it worked. Okay, good. Oh, that's much better. That didn't turn out that good last time. I'm going to turn my linking off. Go over here, hit A, and now I'm just going to go over here to this button. This highlights shells, and I'm just going to start moving these shells up here. Not sure what this little dude is. He's just hanging out. Got a couple little points there. But my main mesh is good, and all these poles are really nice. I do see that they are touching the edge. So I'm just going to scale them all just a little bit. Just so they're not touching up here. And that's essentially doing the UVs on this stuff. What we have to do now is bake all the high-res detail into the low-res object. And that's a whole new world, Grandma. So let's go into the next video.